apparently we needed this.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
This is ridiculous. So Peter Holt had to actually make a statement on how the San Antonio Spurs aren't leaving. This is ridiculous. So I don't know if you guys seen this, but apparently he has went ahead and tried to tell everybody, calm the nerves, and say the Spurs aren't going anywhere. If you don't know where this is coming from, we talked about it about a week ago, and it is straight up fear mongering. Like, it was so many people freaking out just because the Spurs were expanding and literally just doing 4 home games away from AT&T Center, and people lost their mind. And I just did not think it was that big a deal. In the big picture, I thought it was better for the San Antonio Spurs to expand because they basically own Southern Texas. And when you own that big of a portion, you need to go ahead and take advantage of it, because the fact of the matter is we're not a large market team. We're very small. We're not a big market team. So you have to do what you can in order to get your money and get more fans involved in the San Antonio Spurs culture. But this is what he had to say. I'm not reading this whole thing. This is ridiculous. I love you. I love this city, a big city with a casual small town feel and a great basketball team. I want to reassure you that the Spurs are in San Antonio to stay. I love the, I do not know how to say this word. I don't speak Spanish, I'll be honest. But I do know that's it's rodeos. Yeah. I read somewhere that they called it like Mexican NASCAR, and that's kind of cool. I didn't know. I've seen it before, but I didn't know anything about it. The big green trees and watching my 4 children play. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's getting personal. It's getting weird. I don't know. I was raised in San Antonio, and this city has helped define the foundation of the Spurs. Like, you know what? I'm not reading any of this. You can go read it yourself, because I even looked through the comments, and I found it so funny because so many people in the comments were like, wait, the Spurs were leaving? People didn't even know that that was a thing, because it was straight up Twitter fear mongering. That's what it was. People just freaking out about this, and it wasn't a big deal. If anything, you should have been happy that this was even happening, that they were going to expand. And I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. I'm just going to be completely honest, completely transparent. And this is coming from somebody that's not from San Antonio, so I guess take it as you will. But I never thought it was necessarily a big deal, even if they did move. Like, where are they gonna move? People were like, oh my god, what if they moved to Austin? Okay, like, yeah, it would suck going to Austin, because yeah, and the culture would change a little bit, but they would still be the Spurs. Like, I would still rep the Spurs. Like, are you just not gonna be a Spurs fan anymore? Like, I don't know. To me, I just don't think it's a big deal. I've been a San Antonio Spurs fan forever. I love San Antonio. I've been to San Antonio several times, and it was nice and enjoyable to go to the AT&T Center. But let's be honest, I've also went to see the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas, and it's a little more popping. So it would make sense if the Spurs actually did move to the Austin. But that's just my thoughts. That's my personal thoughts. That's my bias. Hate me if you will, but that's my bias. But with it, when it comes to this, like, personally, I never thought that they were going to leave. I always thought this was kind of ridiculous. I just hated all the fear mongering around it. And I wanted to go ahead and, because I just noticed this as I'm recording, is that, yeah, so I posted on here. This is me. This was not necessary. It's obvious they weren't moving. 146 likes. Okay, hold on. What did people have to say about this? This is social media. None of this is even remotely necessary. Facts. It helps since we never hear from the Holts. Also appearing the county judge. Okay, that's a good point. It just goes to show the class that our Spurs organization has towards the fans in the city. Necessary isn't the word you're looking for. Okay. It helps some of us feel a bit better. Good God. I've done a ton of research into the growth of Austin, and not gonna lie, had me worried. Yeah. You thought the team was gonna move to Austin? Yeah, see, he's questioning it. Everyone thought that. I never thought that they would. It would make sense, I guess, but at the same time, they're not going anywhere. Okay, they're not going anywhere, and you're definitely gonna know if they are. But I don't know. It just seemed like some really small news, and people just freaking out about it. But I just wanted to relay this information to you guys. You can go read this for yourself. It's on Instagram, but yes, it's on Twitter as well. But Peter Holt has straight up said, no, not going anywhere. It's all good. And then he gave you an entire autobiography of his life. So yeah, it's pretty official. I'll get with you guys later. Until next time, bye.